Endless Harvest Part 2. The fishermen know the approximate time of the year when they will be allowed to fish, but on any given day, one or more field biologists in a particular area can put a halt to fishing. Even sport fishing can be brought to a halt. It is this management mechanism that has allowed Alaska salmon stocks and accordingly Alaska salmon fisheries to prosper even as salmon population in the rest of the United States are increasingly considered threatened or even endangered. In 1999, the Marine Stewardship Council (MSC) commissioned a review of the Alaska salmon fishery. The council, which was founded in 1996, certifies fisheries that meet high environmental standards, enabling them to use a label that recognizes their environmental responsibility. The MSC has established a set of criteria by which commercial fisheries can be judged. Recognizing the potential benefits of being identified as environmentally responsible, fisheries approach the council requesting to undergo the certification process. The MSC then appoints a certification committee composed of a panel of fishery experts, which gathers information and opinions from fishermen, biologists, government officials, industry representatives, and non-governmental organizations and others. Some observers thought the Alaska salmon fisheries would not have any chance of certification when, in the months leading up to MSC's final decision, salmon runs throughout western Alaska completely collapsed. In the Yukon and Kuskokwim rivers, Chinook and Trump runs were probably the poorest since statehood. Subsistence communities throughout the region, who normally had priority over commercial fishing, were devastated. The crisis was completely unexpected, but researchers believed it had nothing to do with impacts of fisheries. Rather, they contend it was almost certainly the result of climatic shift, prompted in part by cumulative effects of the El Nino phenomenon on Pacific Ocean temperatures, culminating in a harsh winter in which huge number of salmon's eggs was frozen. It could have meant the end as far as the certification process was concerned. However, the state reacted quickly, closing down all fishery, even those necessary for subsistence purposes. In September 2000, MSC announced that Alaska salmon fisheries qualified for certification. 7 companies producing Alaska salmon were immediately granted permission to display the MSC logo on their products. Certification is for an initial period of 5 years, with an annual review to ensure that the fishery is continuing to meet the required standards.